Hello and welcome to Stitching with My Kitties, Floss Tube number 47. I'm Patty Penn and it's Sunday, 15 February 2026. I'm so glad that you're with me today. If you're new, I hope you like what you see and that you will subscribe and like my videos. If you're returning, thank you. Thank you very much from the depth of my heart. I really appreciate all of you. Boy, I have so much to tell you about, show you today. It's incredible. If you watched Niecy Lynn, you know about our adventure at DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. So I won't go into all the details because she explained everything. But I had forgotten that when we got to Colorado Springs that they were hurrying us out of the airport because they were trying to close. Now, we have 3 airports here in the DC area. We have Reagan National, which is downtown, and it does not, I don't think they allow planes to take off after maybe 11 o'clock at night until early morning. I think it's for more noise abatement than anything else. And then of course we have Thurgood Marshall Baltimore Washington Airport up near Baltimore, and Dulles Airport out, I don't know which way that is. It's that way somewhere. Dulles is where, if we're flying international, we fly out of Dulles. Otherwise, we fly out of Reagan National. So, yeah, I'm not used to airports closing. That was really bizarre. I'll tell you a little bit about the Royal Retreat in a little bit. Niecy Lynn also went over all of the charts and kits that we received, as did Dottie. Dottie is stitching Scotty, and she has Niecy Lynn put out a floss tube on Friday. Dottie did one yesterday. I only got to see the first couple of minutes of Dottie's. And then Damon came downstairs, so I don't make him watch floss tubes. He would if I didn't want to turn it off. He would sit there and watch, but I try to be considerate. So anyway, they both, I'm pretty sure Dottie went into pretty big detail also. Unfortunately, she was not able to join Niecy, Lynn, and I. We were all 3 going. But as you know, her husband, Ralph, had bypass surgery and is still trying to recover. And there's a lot of other things going on with them. More, flooding and stuff like that. But Ralph is slowly recovering. So make sure you go and check out Stitch and Scotty, and of course Niecy Lynn. I will show the charts briefly, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because there's other ones out there. So you don't need to have to sit here and listen to me go over it. Then I had lunch with Christy. Happiness is Heartmade, Christy. It was so good to see you, Christy, and I can't wait to get together again. We had a wonderful time just sitting and chatting, and I got to see 2 new charts that she'll be releasing, not at market, but later on in the summer. I believe she said it's Bits and Bobs that is releasing those 2 patterns for her. They are fabulous. And I'm not going to tell you what they are. I will say that one of them is for the 250th anniversary, and I want to do a sal. So go ahead and start thinking about, yes, I'll do a sal along with Patty with Christy, Happiness is Heartmade's new chart. We'll start that a few weeks after it becomes available. And of course, I'll keep you updated. And the other one is really cute too. So I was really touched that I got to see them ahead of time. And last night, Ethel Stitches by Ethel called me because I had sent her a message on Instagram asking her if she was going to release any charts at market, because she released some at the fall market last year. I didn't even look at them. I just sent Dreama, Dreama owns Needlecraft Corner up in Baltimore. I just sent Dreama a message and I said, just get them all for me because I love her charts. So I'm sure I'll do the same because she will be releasing some this fall at fall market, I think's what she said. So it was so good to get to visit with her, and she and I want to get together probably at Needlecraft Corner later on in spring or early summer. I won't go to Needlecraft Corner the first weekend in July because of traffic. And I can't remember when the 4th of July is this year, but anyway. So, and then I was texting with Salty Stitcher Designs, Christy and Niecy Lynn, because, we're doing the Freak for the Big Sal on Insta. And I've decided that I think the three of us should continue to host Boomerang Stitches bird charts until we stitch them all. If you haven't seen, she has, I think her name is Amity, and she has some of the cutest bird patterns coming out. I want to say for market release for Nashville, there's probably at least 6 bird charts plus some other ones. And there's 2 that I'm really, really interested in. So that's on the horizon. Damon and I leave Thursday for Floss Tube at Sea and then an additional week in the Caribbean. I don't even know where we're going. I'm looking forward to meeting Deb and Liz from Country Stitches? Well, now I can't remember it. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. And of course, seeing Jean again, and only one of her daughters is going to be able to be on the cruise this time. But Damon and I will host a little cocktail party for him in our suite, just to get to know him a little bit better and to let everybody know how much we enjoy these cruises. They are going to, Jean Farish is doing Samplers at Sea in 2027. And I really, really, really want to go to that. And I told Damon about it. And he's like, he didn't roll his eyes, but I could tell it's like, oh, not another one. And so we talked about it for several days, and he came back and he said, well, go ahead and sign up for it if you want to. But can this be the last one for a little while? I mean, 3 years in a row, can we just, lay off for a couple of years? So I'm going to get to do that. Fox and Rabbit, Brian and Karen will be doing one of the presentations, Samplers at Sea, and of course Jean Farish. And I forget the other 2 designers. I think I knew both of them though. So let's see, what is this? Hang on. Well, I can't read my own writing. And I have pretty decent writing, so I don't know what that was. But anyway, that's about it. Christian came by today. He takes care of the kitties while we're gone. He stops by and gives them their canned food and make sure they have water in their water fountain and make sure the litter robot's working and everything. So that will be, we really are very comfortable I'm sorry, the boys are fighting. Boys, Dallas and Duke, boys, don't make me get up. Duke, don't chase your brother. There was fur flying. Dallas, don't jump across and jump on Duke. I'm sorry. So, Anyway, that's basically what's been going on at the Penn household. And I got some happy mail. In fact, I got lots of happy mail. You know, Marcy from Amnicon Studios, she is hosting the February Cat Sow with me. It's just February Cat Sow from Happiness is Heartmade. So Marcy, and it sent me a sweet note, and wait till you see, floss drops. And you know, look, oh, it matches my shirt. I didn't even realize it. How cool is that? And I happen to have this Siggy's Closet floss ring sitting on my table, so I just attached them there. I love my floss drops. And look, she made me a thread bed. And I don't know what kind of interfacing she used, but I love it. It's very nice and sturdy. I'm gonna have to find out. And she did a beautiful job. I mean, look at that. It is just amazing. Just great job, Marcy. Thank you so much. So that arrived on my birthday. And then I got a sweet card from Glenda. Thank you, Glenda. She sent me this card and wished me happy birthday. And she included a couple of stickers for my not my book of days, but my planner, my cross stitch planner. So Glenda, thank you so much. That just made my day. And then Christy from Happiness is Heartmade sent me a birthday card. Isn't that pretty? And everybody, look, everybody, pink. Everybody knows me, pink. Then I got my box from Niecy Lynn. So I'm gonna have to get up to get these. Some time ago, I think I must have mentioned that I had seen a lot of ladies using these milk, I think it's called milk glass, and they put their scissors in it. Well, you know how I love my fancy scissors and want my waxers look cute in there. So she sent me this. And, you know, I've been on the lookout. I'm not sure. This might be crystal basket for more of my waxers, because you know I love my waxers and I collect them more than, but I use them too. But isn't this beautiful? I mean, look how the light just reflects. So I've got two more things to put my waxers in. And then she found this and said that it had to be rehomed. Look at this. Look at the stitching. Look at the little pearl beads. It's pink. It's lovely. So this, I can't decide whether to take it into the office or to hang it, have Damon hang it maybe somewhere in the bedroom. Because, I mean, it's just, and this looks like Lugana that it's stitched on. Looks like an even weave to me. But look at the intricacies of the laces and, lace looking. I mean, I don't know how many hours a needle woman, most likely a woman, stitched on this. And there's nothing on the back for any indication. There's no initials that I can find. So this is very, very precious to me. And let's see, let me put it on the other end of the table. So, Niecy, thank you so, so much. I'm thrilled. Whoops. I'm just thrilled. And, I've been playing in my resins again, and I've come up with a couple new designs for floss drops. So, I know it's real shiny, but these I'm trying to get enough made to take to Floss Tube at Sea. I don't know if I'll have enough made or not. I do have tomorrow off. It is for President's Day. The New York Stock Exchange is closed. So there's that one, and then this one, and then I have a heart mold. So I made a little heart. Ooh, that's shiny. And I'll put that in probably my sweet stitch. I'm doing the monthly sweet stitching that pine needles did last year, and I'm finally stitching them this year. So I'm going to put that in that box. And then I made me I take these off. I have to use a badge reel because I have to have my ID and so I can print, and then I have to have my key fob so I can get into the office. So I changed these out. So here's a little butterfly, and then here's a little star that I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, that I put a liquid in. So those have been fun. Oh, and pins. So I've been busy with all of that. That's been fun. And I will probably, my 50th floss tube will come up, I guess, sometime late March, early April. And Christy told me that she would like to help me celebrate. So 2 people are going to win a PDF chart of their choice from Happiness is Heartmade's website. And again, if you participated in a cat and cardinal sow that Niecy Lynn and I did on Instagram in December, please send me pictures. I cannot figure out how to pull everybody who participated, and 2 winners are going to win a chart of their choice. So please let me know, and either on Instagram or my email. I will link both of them below, but it's Instagram is pattypen4, the number 4, and pattypen199 at msn.com. So now, Judy, I need to email you. I just need to catch up with you. And I know that you were following us at Royal Retreat, but we didn't get, Niecy did get a brag table, and there were 3 vendors there, and the vendors were amazing. They were such good vendors. So, and I have some stuff to show you from them. And then here is my planner. Here's my February planner. And so this has been fun. And I think it was Vicky had told me, let's see, a couple of floss tubes ago when I couldn't figure out what the floss went to, and she told me to make a page. So I've got my Just Keep Stitching list of things that I've ordered from Steph at Just Keep Stitching Co., and then of course from Dreama, from Market. So this has been very helpful, and that was a great recommendation, Vicki. Thank you. Let's see. Now, Royal Retreat. Wow. This was a fabulous, fabulous retreat. Everything was included. They sent us an email when we didn't get to the hotel. I guess maybe about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I don't remember, wanting to know if everything was okay. And it was. I think Niecy she saw the email definitely before I did and just said, hey, we can't get out of Dallas. You know, we'll be there sometime, we just don't know when. And then Jen, and I don't know Jen's last name, she and Sarah Stitchery, Sarah, they used to have a floss tube together. So she was on the flight, as was Running with Needles and Scissors. And I can't remember her name either. I'm blanking. But all four of us were on the same flight. So we all got there, and they had kept the buffet open for us. So we got to have dinner and everything. So that was nice. And it was fabulous. So let's see, what do I start with? I'll just quickly show you. I think we got a total of 6 charts. 2 of them I can't show you because there's the picture and the chart are together. But we got one from the Blue Flower. It's a Columbine Ball. And one from the 4 Field Sampler by Needlework Press. And that was Vicky's presentation was really, really amazing. I mean, it was really good. She went into a lot of detail. And then the work basket had a chart that they had not ever produced. So, and it's a red sampler chart. So they gave it to Sampler Guild of the Rockies. So it will be owned by Sampler Guild of the Rockies. And the name of the chart is Take Heart. And as I said, it's a red sampler. And we got this Belle Soie cranberry. So I've never done, well, I did. I did the red bunny sampler. Was that Leela's studio? I don't think so. But I did the red bunny sampler. But I did it on 36 count even weave cherry blossom from Fabric Flair. So we got those 2. And then, as I'm sure you know, this from the Blue Flower. This will be my first drum. And it is just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I may pull out this bee and just do a little ornament or pin keep for my dough bowl with that. We got all of the flosses and the fabric and the finishing. Then we got Tussie Mussy by Samplers Not Forgotten. And there's even a little bit of lavender in there. And even though it's closed up in plastic, plastic, you can still get a faint whiff of it. Then from Judy Whitman, JBW Designs, we got white linen and this cute little ornament and the flosses, the Week Style Works to stitch it. And then Niecy Lynn got me the small one in case you want to do 1/1. And then we have a larger one of these acrylic boards if you want to do 2/1. 1/2 on the linen. And this is, here I'll show you, Willoughby Ann. Is that right? Yeah. Willoughby Ann. And JBW, and of course, SGR. Then 2 more, I think. Yeah. No, maybe just 1 more. Well, it must be 2. I don't know where these go to. This goes to something. Oh, I think that's the Plum Street. I don't know what I did with the pattern, but here's the pattern. And here are the flosses. And I'm not sure where the linen is. I don't see it, but that's okay. So the big sampler that we got is from Needlework Press, AS 1824 4 Field Sampler. And Vicki went into a lot of detail, pulling out different elements that could be seen in other samplers of the time. So there's not a whole lot known about it, I don't think. I think this is a Welch sampler. I can't, if I'm remembering correctly, it's a Welch sampler. But she said that, you know, you could just do one section of it would be gorgeous. And then here are the classic color works, and this is Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. And look at those colors on the Saltbush. I mean, just beautiful. Now, Vicki did give a Belsoir and Gloriana conversion also. This chart is 399 by 257. I'm thinking that if I'm going to dedicate that much time, I may convert this to the Belsoir. Or not convert it, I'll just need to buy the Belsoir. So what I'm going to do is take my chart, take my cotton overdyes, because it's beautiful, and my Saltbush, and go out to In Stitches, my Alexandria LNS, and just put the Belsoirs and the Glorianas on it, see which one I like best. If it's very, very close, I will probably go ahead and do it in the silks, only because it is so large, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not making any concrete plans, sorry, gotta put that away, until, you know, I've seen it. So, I'll show you some of my table gifts and some of my haul from the Royal Retreat. Now, Niecy Lynn showed this, and I'm sure Dottie did too. You know I love my mother of pearl stuff, and have ordered several pieces from Jackie, I think it's pronounced Dupuis. But look at this. Can you see it? It says, it has the crown in 2026. I think it says SGR. I don't have, yeah, I think. I can't tell. I don't have my glasses on because they reflect real bad. But isn't that beautiful? So I got this, and they did have a few extra for sale, so I did get a second one. Oof. Now, let's start with some of the table gifts. This was my table gift from Niecy Lynn, and I'll show you the other things she brought me too. Oh my gosh. And on top of my basket, my milk glass piece, and my frame piece. Everybody at the table got this from Niecy Lynn. Now, these hearts, I'm going to put in my February heart Sweet Stitching Club. And now Karen, poor Karen. I just did it. Her name's not Karen. Her name's Becky. I called her Becky, I called her Barbara, and I called her Karen. The poor woman. But Karen has, she was one of the vendors, and here's her information. I will also link it in the show notes below, because her work is amazing. This is what everybody at our table got. This was her table gift to us. So you not only got this, she also put a pair of scissors with a sheath, and of course pink, what can I say, and a pack of needles. So that was fabulous. Then, what are some of the other ones that I got? Let's see. Hold on. I like these so much. I got a second one because these are just fabulous. I might have to email her and there's somebody else I think would like one of these, so I might have to get a couple more from her. But look at the quilting. I mean, the construction is just immaculate. It's beautiful. And I got one of these little pin cushions that Becky, I'm so sorry, that Becky made. She might have to legally change her name. I don't know. Then, you know, some time ago, Niecy Lynn had given me a light with a magnifier, a daylight. And Niecy found these, which are padded, and they fit perfectly. So I got one, Niecy got one. One of the other ladies at our table maybe got one. But I just love this fabric, you know, roses, florals, beautiful. Again, just beautifully made. So, got that. Then, this is another thing that Niecy Lynn brought to me. And it's an activity book. And it's beautiful. Let me try to flip through a little bit. It's got word puzzle, or I love these things, you know, where you find your way in from the end, how to get out. It's got some recipes. It's got stickers. It's got coloring pages. I mean, look, those are stickers. Just everything. It's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And then a few more gifts. I've already got into this is from Kim Bartowski. A cute little with a little crown at the bottom, you know, Royal Retreat. And let me hold this up to you. Stitching Diva at Comcast.net. So thank you, Kim. And it did have chocolates, and I've been a good girl. I didn't eat the chocolates. And then another gift that the Sampler Guild of the Rockies gave us, and I forget the name. I'll text Niecy and try to get the name. I think it's 5 Boys. I don't remember, but look, it's buttons and just beautiful. So that was from the Sampler Guild, another thing that they handed out to us. And then, hang on, let's see. Another table gift. Again, I mean, look, it's just pink, of course. You know me and my pinks. More floss drops. I forget where we got these from. Then emotional support supplements for frogging. More chocolate. That was one of our table gifts. And Burt's Bees, Peacemaker needles, lotion, and Ghirardelli. What else is in here? More table gifts. And Melissa Morgan made these for us. It's got a counting pen, little scissors, and a looks like a couple of stickers for our, you know, your book. And more floss drops. And again, I'm not sure who these are from. So those were table gifts or gifts that were handed out from Sampler Guild of the Rockies. So let me put those away. Then Niecy Lynn got one of these because I showed her, and she said, yeah, I've got to have one. But I love these things because you can make your notes. You can use these as flags or little sticky notes, pin, and it all just closes up. And then I did get, because I do like these, this is where I put my notes for my floss tubes. I use these kind of notebooks. So I got a new one because I love flowers. And it's just, you know, it's perfect. It's exactly what I need. So I got that, and I can't remember what the name of the vendor was. I don't remember. And her price tag doesn't see it, but I did get a Mill Hill. Now I won't stitch it on perforated paper. I'll do it on, I think this is either 14 or 16 count perforated paper. So I guess I'm gonna have to do it on 28 or 32 count linen or even weave so that I can use the beads. But that, you know, I think that's beautiful. And then some other floss drops. And of course, look, and this is by Willoughby Ann also. I got all of this at the same vendor, and I'll find the name and put it in the show notes. But of course, B, this has got to go in my B stitching box. And again, from Willoughby Ann. Then, look at this. Now I've got to make a kitty stitchy box. Isn't that cute? I'm still using the kitty that's face planted on the floor. Says, nope, not today. I'm still using that. I got that at the Crafty Grimalkin. And then a couple other bee things. A little pin cushion. And I've got some Lori Holt bee pins, you know, bee stick pins. I'll put some of those in here because I think that'll be cute. And then a bee skep. And then, oh my gosh, I can't believe I found this. And she only had one. It's really for knitting, but I had to have it. And it's very lightweight. It folds up easily. Fabulous. So that was the second vendor. We have Becky Stevens did the quilted floss holders, or, you know, work zipper pouches. And then the one that I can't remember her name. And then another, it was a mother and her daughter. Her daughter just took over this business, and I forget who it was from or who did it. But she had the cutest floss cards, cardinals, of course, and they're really playing cards, but I'll just take a little sticker and put across the back. Then I had to get this because I'm just dying to go back to Africa. The exact same itinerary and the same time of year that we did last year. We haven't even been home a year yet. And I'm just, I want to go back so bad. Look at this little lion cub. Is he adorable? So he's a little zipper pull. And then I did, Niecy Lynn tried to take these home. I told no, these were mine. Santa and the Coke, because I remember this when I was growing up. That was a real big at the commercial at the time. And then I did get a little blue cardinal. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, she just had so many cute things. And then she had these floss drops that are just like all different kinds of, you know, cardboard container things. And I just had to get some because they're just so cute. So I got those. And that's from the_pink needle on Instagram. Go and follow her. And she's just getting started. So, you know, it'll take a little while, but I think she did buy someone out who was closing her business, or retiring, I guess I should say. All right, now, next is haul, regular haul. No. I've got whips, FOs, and FFOs. So, my first whip is my March Sweet Stitching Club. Here's my progress. I should finish this up today, and I hope to FFO it tomorrow, so that it'll be ready when we get back. We get back on the 7th of March. I can change out my Valentine's display to the March display. But so there it is. So I don't have a whole lot more. I just have a little bit here. I have a little bit of back stitching, and I have to do the quilt, and then this the words here, and those won't take long at all. So I'm really liking this series. It's just been a lot of fun. So I'm glad that I've picked it up for this year, because Damon put together the little, I call it a shelf sitter. I'm not sure what you call it, but he put this together and painted it for me like last January maybe. So I've started the first one in December, which I was working on January, and I'm working up a month ahead. And then I finished my February stitch for Freak for the Beak. Freak for the Beak by Boomerang Stitches. And here it is. I took it and showed Christy at lunch the other day. So I did this bird here, and I had to frog just a little bit. I had started one row down too much, so I had to frog a little bit, but it didn't take long. And so I did this bird and this bird, and then for March we come over here and work. And I have definitely decided I'm not going to do the words at the bottom. I'm just going to finish it with all the birds, and then I'll get it framed at Total Framing. I have 2 pieces there right now. I got a voicemail that one of the pieces is ready for pickup and the other one should be ready anytime now. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up before we get back from the 2 weeks in the Caribbean. So remember last month, or no, excuse me, last Floss tube, 2 weeks ago, I knew that I had a lot of finishes, and one of them was my Liberty mini mesh bag, but I couldn't find it. I finally found it. Isn't that cute? It was in my office upstairs. I don't know how I got there, but it was in my flag bag. I finished this some time ago. It was in my flag bag. So I'm gonna put it right back in the flag bag where it goes right now, so that it doesn't get separated. And hopefully I'll remember where I put it this time. Then I have 2 more FFOs. I finished my MLK. This was a free chart from ABC Design Works by ABC, Arlene. The time is always right to do what is right. And so I just finished it, and I used the little quick finish method, a couple little buttons, a bulb pin, and my 2026 charm. And then this is a start, finish, and FFO, my February cat. And Marcy she finished stitching it yesterday. She sent me a picture, she sent me a text. And don't forget to, if you're stitching this with us, make sure you tag Marcy and me so we can follow along. But isn't he cute? I did change out a lot of the pinks because I really wanted to use this raspberry fabric, and it is 36 count. And again, a very fast finish on the back. And let me see here. 2026 and a few little buttons. Whoops. So here he is. These are both going in my tiered tray in the formal living room. So I think that's all of my, let me look at my notes here. Royal Retreat, March stitching. Yeah, okay. Now, I have quite a bit of regular haul. I joined Kathy Haberman's Hands-On Design as a patron. So this one is Sweets for Santa. I think the first, maybe even the first year is going to be ornaments. The whole year, I think. You know, I just listened to it 2 weeks ago and now I can't remember. Maybe not even 2 weeks ago. You could sign up beginning February the 2nd. So, but I am in her Patreon now, and she has teamed up with Lindy Stitches, and Lindy Stitches, Steph, has a finishing pack. So that's going to be very easy, and it's like for, this is for, let's see, the Santa tag, the plaid tag, the candle, the horse, bells, and so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finishing, enough stuff to finish 5 projects. And it was very reasonably priced. But, you know, you can't just order one thing. Things can't ship without a friend coming with them. Kind of like Niecy Lynn and I having to meet up in DFW so we can continue on our trip together. I think I got this from Steph. I'm pretty sure I did. But this is Midsummer 40 Count Linen by Stitch Me. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And Brandy's fabrics are just beautiful. And she had some more ready to ship. So I did order a few more pieces of her ready to ship. And then I think I got the rest of these from Steph too. It's just some chenille. I think that's where I got it. You know, these are Lady Dot Creates. But I also placed an order with Lady Dot Creates because Lois was doing a charity piece. It's a donation to the Hahiko Foundation to feed homeless pets on Ukraine's front lines. So let me take this out of the bag because I want to make sure you can really see it. I ordered several of these. But look at that. Isn't that adorable? A little fish, a little heart, a little dish. So here's the information. Always be positive. So I got that. And then a little bit more chenille, only on Etsy. And then some, I got 2 of those, 2 of the blue. And then I got some more Berry Crush palms because I use these colors regularly. In fact, that's what was on my February cat. I used the Berry Crush. And then I got Berry Crush chenille, and then Motherlode palms. So I got a lot from Lady Dot, even though I didn't get it all from Lady Dot. Then I got Come Stitch in My Garden. This is through Annie B's. No, not Annie B's. This is through Crazy Annie's. She has a little shop on Facebook, and I think she's doing a monthly. I think that's what this one's from. I'm not 100% positive. And then also from the from the vendor at the Royal Retreat that I can't remember her name. I also got a couple of these. I got Quaker berries, because you know I love my Quakers. And Erica Michaels berries are just beyond gorgeous. And then I have been wanting this holiday card 2021 for the, let's see. I think this looks like an alpaca, not a llama rather. But, so I got that, and I'll make those into Christmas tree ornaments. And then I also got from Sue Hillis Designs, she had this finished, and it's just finished on a paper mache box, I guess you would call it. And it's beautiful, so I decided that I would get this. So we got that. And then you've probably seen this, but the Heart and Hand 2026 Collector's Heart. And this looks like it's probably 32 count linen and the cottage garden threads. I love cottage garden threads. Although I prefer a longer length, their flosses are gorgeous. Then from Mystic Fabrics, Misty, you know, Niecy Lynn and I are in her Neutrals Club, and then I'm also in the Color Club. This is our February neutral. It's Butterscotch Blondie. And I love the modeling. So, and I get 46 count, and then this month was denim in the Color Club. So I just placed an order from Gowron Stitchery, Gary and Ronnie. Gary's been showing, I think I forget the name of it. It's a Christmas scene, and it's stitched on dark blue linen, or he might be using even weave. So this may be a possibility for that chart. I can't remember what the call for is. He didn't have the call for in stock. And then I have a piece of Bestitch Me, this dark navy, that might work. I have two pieces of 40 count that if this doesn't work, the other may. And then from Everything Cross Stitch, I did get Bluebird Sampler from Shannon Christine, and I had them go ahead and give me the 4 DMCs, you know, Quakers, what can I say? And then I also got the ink circles. Now this has 2 different colorways. I will do the pinks, of course, but it does have a blue colorway too. But I think these are so pretty. And then, you know, I get in trouble when I go to Hobby House's website. I love Winterbury. This is my last Winterbury purchases, I promise. I ordered the tool case. Now, the first tool case that I got, I was like, well, why did I order it? What will I use it for? But it's perfect for sulkies or 103s. And I've got several charts that calls for 103s. So I got the tan, and I'm going to use these. I want to put 2 or 3 animal crackers in them. That's why I got because you know they're shallow enough. And then I got I think this is called Burgundy. It's too bright there. That's more true to color. It still might be a little bright. And then it's got, and that's really a dark, medium brown. So I do like these for sulkies and for 103s. So I'm going to switch out because, you know, I'm stitching Maya's Butterfly by Salty Stitcher Designs, Christy. I'm using sulkies for that. I'm going to switch that out. I've got them in a little cardboard box right now. So those are my Winterberries, and then two little notepads. They're fabulous to have in your purse. But that no more Winterberry for me. Maybe. So I was lucky enough, as soon as I found out that the Lady of the Flag and Queen of Freedom was being re-released. Now, I didn't realize that Witchelt had purchased the rights to these charts. But as soon as I found out, because I wasn't paying $500 for a chart. Although Christy, who paid not quite that much, but she still paid quite a bit, told me I could borrow hers. And Carrie, who I met on the plane going out to Salt Lake City this past fall to Stitch West, had offered me to borrow hers too. So this is, Lady of the Flag. And the whole reason that I was, I've never been interested in stitching a Mirabilia. But I saw Christy's Saltwater Stitcher. I saw hers. So she did the blue conversion. And she combined two, I believe. So, excuse me, if you are interested in stitching the blue conversion, reach out to Salty Stitcher Designs on Instagram, and I will link her floss tube. But reach out to Christy, and she can send you the blue conversion. But since I did not do the conversion, I don't feel that it's mine to share. And then Queen of Freedom, and I know y'all have seen this. And Levi's already stitched both of these, I think. I don't know if they're fully finished, but I think he's finished them both. Because I asked him if he wanted to stitch them together. And he was like, done it. And I got my Flamingo Toes Needle Minder of the Month. It's so cute. So there's the, and I can't show you the chart because it's inside, it's just the chart. And then there's the needle minder. And then here are the 4 colors. They're beautiful. Pinks, right up my alley. So, got that. And then I got my quarterly Button Lovers Club from Jabco, just another button company. And now I don't remember who I was watching, but she might not have the full kit, but evidently on her website, she does have some smaller kits with these, but I'm not going to take them out, but these are just beautiful. Oh, you know what? Crazy Annie's I was telling you about. I think this is the monthly pattern that I'm doing. And this is Stitchery House. And this might be a brand new series. I think it is, now that I think about it. And I did get the Quaker House Stocking and Sampler by Kathy Barrick. This is old. I had just never gotten it. I won't do the stocking, but I do like this. I might turn it into a bell pull rather than framing it. I don't know. And lastly, and I'm not going to open this up and show you, but I did get my red box. So this is my second one. And I love, love, love almost all of the charts in the box. There's one that's pretty. I may never stitch that one, I'm not sure. But this one knocked my socks off. It is gorgeous. So this is the second one, and it's the second in the series, All Creatures Great and Small. So that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to show you. Let me just look. Yeah, I talked to you about that. Now, where's my piece of paper? My next floss tube will be Sunday, 8 March, because we're going to be gone on the 1st. That'll be the second leg of our Caribbean cruise. So I don't think I will, well, no, I can't do it next week. We'll already be on the cruise. So yeah, my next floss tube will be the 8th. And don't forget to check Lady.Creates out for her Always Be Positive for the pets on the front line in Ukraine. If you have any questions, comments, please just leave me a message below. Don't forget, if you stitched a Cat and Cardinal Christmas with us that Niecy Lynn and I hosted, please let me know. Because, Christy wants to give you the link to choose which chart you would like. So that's really all the news. I'm sorry the boys were so bad when we started this. Please continue to keep Ralph and Dottie and their whole family in your thoughts. However you lift people up, please do. Dottie did say today that she can feel all the love, and she really appreciates it. So I'll see you when we get back from the Caribbean. I will not have a tan. I don't tan. I burn and peel. So I will be as pale on the 8th as I am today, but that's okay. And have a good 3 weeks. Take care, everybody. Bye.